not just a ritual, but is a serious task when you have to review what you have been able to do and what you have not been able to do, and then together work out solutions to move forward.
We are delighted to once again welcome you to this important milestone on our sector calendar, the joint annual review of decentralization, commonly known as JARD. The JARD is a fundamental part of the key activities that define our functions as the Ministry of Local Government. It is a convergence of the stakeholders from the ministries, departments and agencies and local governments, development partners and the private sector to jointly assess the progress made in the implementing the decentralization policy. This JARD National Forum is a culmination of prior reviews which included district consultations which were held in 34 local governments. Government is working towards the joint public management sector review this year and probably in the next quarter. Notwithstanding this policy intent, the local government subsector is holding this 8th JARD in order to provide a comprehensive treatment of the unique issues that are only peculiar to us as the local government sector. The 8th JARD, therefore, will assess the progress and milestones in implementing the decentralization process, to review the performance of the previous stakeholders in the local government. 3, identify the challenges faced by the implementers of policies. 4, identify strategies and generate consensus on the areas referring to this policy.
Allow me, on behalf of the Public Service and Decentralization Government Partners Group, to thank the Ministry of Local Government and other stakeholders for organizing this 8th Joint Annual Review of Decentralization. Uganda has been a main reference on the discourse of decentralization in Africa. The deliberate effort to embed service delivery, inclusive participation and political empowerment in the decentralized framework right from the onset must be acknowledged. However, along the way, a number of gaps and new developments have manifested that need to be reflected on and addressed. There are currently 9 development partners providing budget support to Uganda under the Joint Budget Support Framework, with coordination led by the World Bank and the European Union, contributing just under 10% of the budget on an annual basis. The development partners hope that this 8th JARD will build on the outcomes of the previous JARD and provide the participants with enough time to effectively discuss the future of decentralization reforms in Uganda and come up with concrete action that will increase the quantity and quality of public services at the local level.
You may all recall that previously, local governments were not being consulted as the key implementers of the decentralization policy, but instead the Ministry of Local Government organized regional workshops prior to national JARD that were packed with paper presentation from the center. The Association of ULGA and Urban Authority Association of Uganda recommended for district and municipal consultation to engage their members better and also to provide them ample time to assess themselves in as far as the implementation of the decentralization policy is concerned. Whereas the consultation are being spearheaded and guided by the Ministry of Local Government for some time now, we still believe that associations should have an upper hand in this and be allowed to consult their members and own the outcomes of this consultation, but not the other way around. where the ministry consults and sends the reports to the association to produce a final report. We note that the theme of this year, JARD, is enhancement of performance in the local government through decentralization. This theme is in line with the priority objectives of the National Development Plan, where local government as key stakeholders have a critical role to play in ensuring its success in the national development. I therefore urge all of us to always sequence public interventions in a manner that strengthens the public sector management to enhance performance.
JARD is indeed a critical milestone on our local government sector calendar that enables us to progressively take stock of the gains and advances we have made in implementing the decentralization policy in this country. I would like to entreat you to use this 8th JARD as a platform to dialogue, share experience and innovations, and in order to come up with renewed energy suggestions, solutions, and undertakings. I honestly hope that this can be a turning point in our history, which will spur the much desired performance change in our local government. It's now my singular honor and pleasure to declare this historic 8th JARD conference officially open. I thank you very much.
Very good for the decentralization program taking place, whereby we directly approach the procurement departments at the district level, and they can directly order from us. They are assured of quality material, and of course it's delivered in time. So decentralization is helping us a lot. In other words, we don't have to go through third parties in order to reach the end users. So we can directly benefit from the budgets of the different districts.
The JARD 2012 also covered the following thematic areas: an issues paper on the enhancement of performance in local governments through decentralization, collaboration, cooperation and partnerships between local governments to enhance their performance, management, monitoring and supervision of non-state actors, that is NGOs, CBOs and FBOs in local governments, management, mentoring and supervision of local government projects, strategies for enhancing staffing levels and performance of local government employees, strategies and options for sustainable financing of local governments, and management and maintenance of public investments in local governments.
We've attempted to divide you into 6 groups against the 6 thematic areas, basically the ones these 6 presenters have done this afternoon.